Hi students, this is Botany PSR. Now I am going to explain a new chapter called Biotechnology Principles and Processes. Okay, right. What is biotechnology? What are the applications of biotechnology? How does that rDNA will be formed? All those aspects we will study in this chapter. Okay. Right. What is biotechnology? That means biotechnology is also called genetic engineering. That means we have to change the genotype in DNA or RNA. Change the genotype in DNA or RNA is called genetic engineering or biotechnology. Right. Other name for biotechnology is genetic engineering. Father of biotechnology or genetic engineering is Paul Berg. Father of biotechnology or genetic engineering is Paul Berg. Next one, natural science became anthropocentric. Anthropocentric means key role of human. Natural science became anthropocentric since of, that is René Descartes. René Descartes. That means after René Descartes only natural science became popular. Next one. 20th century offshoot of modern biology is biotechnology. In which century this biotechnology was developed means 20th century. Branch is also called offshoot. 20th century offshoot of modern biology is biotechnology. Right. What is the contribution of Boyer and Cohen? Boyer observed the enzymes cut the DNA strands leaving sticky ends. That means some enzymes are there, those are nothing but restriction enzymes. Those restriction enzymes are useful for cutting the DNA. When DNA are cut into fragments means sticky ends are formed. So enzymes are useful for cutting the DNA strands, leaving the sticky ends. Sticky ends are also called clipped ends or cohesive ends. So that statement was given by Boyer. Boyer observed that enzymes cut the DNA strands, enzymes cut the DNA and fragments will be formed. Those fragments are with sticky ends. Sticky ends means the DNA fragment with unpaired bases. Later it will come. Right. What is the contribution of Cohen? Cohen developed a method of removing the plasmids from the cell. Where do you find the plasmids? A bacteria cell, a bacterium cell. So plasmids are found in bacteria. From that bacteria, we have to remove the plasmids. Those plasmids are used as a vector. So removing the plasmids, that concept from Cohen, developed a method of removing the plasmids from the cell and then reinserting them into other cells. That is removing the plasmid and alien piece of, that is foreign piece of DNA or desired DNA fragment is inserted within the plasmid and then rDNA will be formed. And then this rDNA is introduced into the another host cell. So removing the plasmid from the bacteria, that concept from Cohen. enzymes cut the DNA. That is the concept from Boyer. Those 2 points you have to remember. Enzymes cut the DNA. That is the concept from Boyer. Plasmid isolation. That is separation of a plasmid from the bacteria. That is the concept from Cohen. Those two scientists you have to remember, my dear students. Right. What is biotechnology? What is biotechnology means? By using cells, by using microorganisms, by using the cell parts, all those parts by using, we have to make the products and process which are useful to human welfare. So the products that are useful to human welfare, those products are obtained from microorganisms, cells, cell parts. Cell parts means inside the cell constituents are there, cell components are there. All those structures are useful to produce so many variant products, so many different products which are useful to human welfare. That branch is called biotechnology. See, biotechnology means the technique of using live organisms. Don't say dead organisms. Using live organisms or enzymes from organisms. From those organisms, some enzymes are also present. Those enzymes are also useful to produce products. So, organisms or enzymes from organisms to produce products and process useful to humans. That branch is so called biotechnology. Okay. So what does it mean? Biotechnology means by applying, by using live organisms or the enzymes from organisms or the cells or the cell parts. Using, we are able to produce so many different products which are useful to human welfare. That branch is so called biotechnology. This biotechnology developed in which century? 20th century. Right. What are the applications of biotechnology? That means we all know that milk converts into curd by using a bacterium called lactobacillus. What is that? Lactobacillus. Group is called LAB, lactic acid bacteria. So in the preparation of curd from milk, which vitamin is increases? Vitamin B12. In the formation of proteins, milk proteins are partly digested and finally forms curd. So in the formation of curd from milk, which bacterium is used means lactobacillus. Group is called LAB. So making curd by using lactobacillus, group is called LAB, lactic acid bacteria. Making bread and wine, in the preparation of bread, in the preparation of wine, which microbe is used means? That is yeast. Yeast, scientific name Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Which one? Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So that means these two are, lactobacillus is a bacterium, yeast is also a microbe. That's why these two are microbe mediated process. Microbe mediated process means milk into curd preparation, and that is bread making and cheese making. So bread making by yeast, cheese making by yeast, wine making by yeast. Next one, to produce products which are useful to humans on a large scale. To produce various products which are useful to humans at a large scale, that can be done by this biotechnology only. Okay. Next, in vitro fertilization leading to a test tube baby. That means what is in vitro fertilization? The fertilization that occurs in the test tube. In vitro means test tube. In vitro means test tube. The fertilization that occurs in the test tube is called in vitro fertilization. That means male and male gametes are collected from male body, female gamete is collected from female body, and these two, that is male gamete and female gamete, that is sperm and ovum, get together fused in test tube. That is male gamete and female gamete are fused together and form zygote. That zygote formation occurs in test tube. That is so called in vitro fertilization, which leads to test tube baby. That is also the biotechnology of application of biotechnology. Next one, synthesis of gene. If we want a new gene means, if new gene is able to synthesis means, we have to apply the biotechnology. Next one, developing a vaccine. If we want to develop a vaccine means, that is application of biotechnology only. If any gene is damaged means, that damaged gene should be repaired. That can also done by application of biotechnology. That is, if some genes are defective, that defective genes can be repaired. So correcting the defective gene. These are all some applications of biotechnology. Okay. Next, look at here, my dear students. What is EFB? EFB means European Federation of Biotechnology. EFB full form is European Federation of Biotechnology. This organization gave a definition like this. Definition given by EFB, that is integration of natural science and organisms, cells, cell parts and molecular analogues. Molecular analogues means the parts present inside the cell. That is, molecular analogues are nothing but DNA, genes, like that. For products and services. This is the definition given by EFB, which means biotechnology is a science which utilizes properties and uses of microorganisms or exploiting cells. Exploiting cells means using cells, cell constituents. Cell constituents means the cell components present inside the cell at industrial level for generating useful products essential to life and human welfare. This is the meaning of definition of EFP. That means biotechnology means we are able to produce so many different products by using live microorganisms, cells, cell parts or cell constituents, or at molecular analogues to produce large scale which are useful to human welfare. That is so called biotechnology. Right. What are the principles of biotechnology? Principles of biotechnology means how many core techniques are there? There are two core techniques that enable the birth to modern biology, modern biotechnology. So that is modern biotechnology is evolved because of how many core techniques? Two core techniques. What are they? One is called genetic engineering. Number two, tissue culture. Genetic engineering means we have to change the genotype. We have to change the chemistry of DNA or chemistry of RNA. So genetic engineering, that means change the chemistry of genetic material, either DNA or RNA. Next one, it results in whenever the genotype is changed means phenotype automatically change. So results in change in genotype means results change in phenotype. So whenever the genetic engineering occurs, means change in genotype, change in phenotype also. What is genetic engineering means? That change in DNA or change in RNA sequence. That is alteration in the DNA sequence is called DNA. That is alteration in the DNA sequence is called genetic engineering. Right. Tissue culture. We are well known about tissue culture. Tissue culture means we may take the tissue or the cell or a part of the plant, any part of the plant. It will be taken on to the neutron medium. If it is able to grow into a complete plant, that should be called as explant. So that nutrient medium should be sterilized and explant should be also sterilized. So sterilized nutrient medium should be used. Why? Because the nutrient medium contains so many number of compounds, sucrose, essential nutrients, vitamins, amino acids, etc. etc. If all those components are present means microbes are attracted and contaminate the nutrient medium. So we have to sterilize the nutrient medium. So that is a sterile environment. Sterile environment means microbial contaminant free. What does it mean? Microbial contaminant free. That means no microbes. That type of condition we have to see in tissue culture. Right. Sterile environment in chemical engineering process is essential for tissue culture. Sterile environment or microbial contaminant free is found in tissue culture. Okay, my dear students, please note down all these points. Right. Now, the conceptual development of principles of genetic engineering. We all know two types of reproductions are there. One is sexual reproduction, another one is asexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, male and female gametes are fused together. When fusion of male and female gametes occur means variations occur, recombinations occur. That type of fusion of gametes do not occur in asexual reproduction. There are no variations, no recombinations in asexual reproduction. Previously, what type of genetic material is present, that type of genetic material will be maintained in asexual reproduction. That is, preserves the genetic material in asexual reproduction. Right, look at here, my dear students. The reproduction which provides variations and recombinations of genes is sexual reproduction. Next, the reproduction that preserves genetic information is asexual reproduction. Preserves means without any change. Without any change. Right. Natural meiotic crossing over is equivalent to genetic engineering. In nature, crossing over occurs. By man, it is so called genetic engineering. So both are equivalent. That is, we are altering the genes. Right. Two concepts we have to know. When this is alien piece of DNA. Alien means foreign. A small DNA fragment is introduced into the bacterial cell. When it is alone, it cannot replicate of its own. Whenever it is integrated to plasmid, plasmid is able to replicate means along with the plasmid, the alien piece of DNA also replicate. So 2 points we have to remember, my dear students. When alien piece of DNA is introduced into the host cell, when it is not integrated with the plasmid, it cannot replicate of its own. Then when does it replicate? This alien piece of DNA, this alien piece of DNA is integrated to plasmid. When alien piece of DNA is integrated to plasmid, then only it replicates along with the plasmid. See, alien piece of DNA this is. That means a small DNA fragment. It is introduced into the bacterial cell. This is the plasmid. Is it able to replicate? No. When it is alone, it cannot replicate of its own. When alien piece of DNA is introduced into the bacterial cell, it cannot multiply of its own. This is the alien piece of DNA introduced into the host cell, and here it is integrated. So the plasmid replicates. So number of plasmids obtained. This is so called gene cloning. This is so called gene cloning. So producing multiple copies of genes. This is one gene. We are able to produce multiple copies of genes. Whether those genes are identical or not identical, same gene is produced. So producing multiple copies of identical genes. This is so called gene cloning. One gene is able to synthesize many copies of identical genes. This is so called gene cloning. This is so called gene cloning. When does the alien piece of DNA is able to replicate? When alien piece of DNA is able to replicate when it is integrated with plasmid. If it is not integrated with the plasmid, alien piece of DNA cannot replicate of its own. See, alien piece of DNA is integrated yet. Where does this alien piece of DNA is integrated? At which place? That gene is so called origin. That site is called oricite. This alien piece of DNA is integrated to plasmid. Okay. Where does it is attached? At origin, at oricite. So initiation of replication occurs at origin. Initiation of replication occurs at origin. See, when alien piece of DNA is integrated to plasmid, then alien piece of DNA multiply along with the plasmid. Then many identical copies of the DNA are formed. This making of multiple identical copies of DNA is called gene cloning. Initiation of replication occurs at which place? Origin of replication. That gene is called origin. Okay, my dear students, please note down all these points. right? Construction of first artificial recombinant DNA molecule. What is rDNA? Who are the scientists first constructed that artificial rDNA? Those points we have to discuss now. Okay, right. First artificially rDNA was constructed by two scientists, Boyer and Cohen. Boyer and Cohen. First of all, that gene, antibiotic resistant gene, is isolated from plasmid of Salmonella, and we have to take vector, that is plasmid is also isolated from Salmonella, and this desired gene is integrated to plasmid. Then rDNA will be formed. rDNA full form, recombinant DNA. Look at here, my dear students. This is the desired gene, a gene of antibiotic resistance. This gene is collected from plasmid of Salmonella typhimurium. From which bacterium? Salmonella typhimurium. From which part? Plasmid only they have taken that antibiotic resistant genes. Okay, that antibiotic resistant gene is taken from plasmid of Salmonella typhimurium, and they have taken a plasmid. Plasmid is isolated from same bacterium, Salmonella typhimurium, and these two are integrated. That antibiotic resistant gene is integrated to plasmid of Salmonella. So, what structure will be formed? rDNA, full form, recombinant DNA. This is one gene and this is another gene. That's why two genes are combined, recombined. That's why it is so called recombinant DNA. You have to write small letter R. Don't write capital letter. This rDNA is introduced into the E. coli cells, Escherichia coli. Why we have to choose this E. coli cells means this Salmonella and E. coli both are closely related. This E. coli and Salmonella both are closely related. That's why this rDNA is introduced into the E. coli cells. Now this rDNA undergoes multiplication. When rDNA multiplication occurs means antibiotic resistant genes also replicate along with the plasmid. This is nothing but gene cloning, that is producing multiple copies of gene, which are identical. This is so called gene cloning. We have taken one gene and finally we are able to produce multiple copies of gene. So one gene is able to synthesize multiple identical copies is called gene cloning. Cloning means producing. Multiple copies of identical copies are producing. This is so called gene cloning. For attachment, what type of enzyme is used here? That is antibiotic resistant gene is integrated to plasmid. No, process is called ligation, and the enzyme involved is DNA ligase. So the enzyme useful for integration of alien piece to plasmid is for attachment, for ligation. What type of enzyme is required? DNA ligase. Process called ligation. Okay. So this rDNA is introduced into which cell? E. coli cell. Why E. coli is selected? This E. coli and Salmonella both are closely related. Right. This antibiotic resistant gene is collected from which part? Plasmid. From which organism? Salmonella typhimurium. And vector is taken, that is plasmid is taken from Salmonella typhimurium only. So here whether those two genes will be attached or not attached, that concept to know, that's why these antibiotic resistant gene and plasmid are integrated with each other. Of course, no new characters will arise. That is, this is from plasmid and that is also plasmid. no new characters will arise. Whether two genes will be attached or not attached, that concept to know, that's why they did like that. Okay, so this antibiotic resistant gene is the concept of Boyer. Plasmid isolation is the concept of Cohen. Those two concepts are together and form rDNA. That is, formation of rDNA was first artificially constructed by both Boyer and Cohen. Both Boyer and Cohen. Which enzyme is useful for ligation? DNA ligase. This rDNA is able to produce multiple copies of gene. Gene is nothing but DNA. One DNA is able to synthesize many DNAs. Many DNAs means which one is formed, that polymerase is involved. Many DNAs are formed means DNA polymerase enzyme is required. The enzyme required for gene cloning is DNA polymerase. Initially DNA ligase is required for ligation, and for gene cloning, DNA polymerase is required. Look at here, my dear students. rDNA means recombinant DNA. First artificially constructed rDNA by Boyer and Cohen. That is, antibiotic resistant gene is the concept of Boyer. Plasmid concept is by Cohen. Next, this rDNA is introduced into E. coli. Why? Because it is closely related to Salmonella. Next, enzyme involved in ligation is DNA ligase. Enzyme involved in gene cloning is DNA polymerase. From DNA, many DNAs are formed. Which structures are formed? That type of polymerase is required, involved. Many DNAs are formed means DNA polymerase is involved. DNA polymerase is required. So please note down these points, my dear students. So please note down all these points in your notebook, and we will meet in the next class.